Hi, I'm live, I guess. Here we go. All right. We're doing this, Billy. We're really doing this, Billy. Let me see if I can lower it a little. So you're on the floor with me and Billy. All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Take Your Medicine. This is my new little live show that I'm starting today. This is episode 1. My goal is to do 100 episodes this year at least. That's my goal. So I made this chart, my little homemade makeshift chart. I wonder if that's backwards for you all. This is my first time going live. I have no idea what I'm doing. We're going to learn together. But I'm going to cross off number 1. Here we are. We're really doing it. My name is Toby Blake, and I am a growing medicine woman, learning and growing every day. I just took my microdose this morning. It's the first time I've done that in a long time. I've been going through a really difficult time in my life, and I've just kind of avoided microdosing because I tend to think that medicine brings up a lot, and sometimes I just don't feel ready for that or like I am equipped to handle that some days. So today was my very first day in a really long time microdosing. Billy, do you want to say hi? Come here, baby. You want to say hi? This is Billy. Hi. She's my co-host, and I'm sure she'll make an appearance when she wants to. She's funny. She's my sweet girl. And she's helped me a lot through this difficult time, actually. Well, first I want to just talk about what this is for me, why I'm here, what I want to do with this show. Basically, it's called Take Your Medicine because I want to share my medicine with you. I've done a lot of one-on-one client work, but I have not shared myself with the masses. I'm really shy about being on camera, but I'm practicing courage and I'm determined to be brave because I have such a deep desire to help and such a deep desire to share. And so this is the way to do it, is just to step right into my fear and show up and hope that maybe even just one person is helped. I'll go into a little bit about what I mean by medicine in just a minute. But basically, my goal is to be as helpful as I can to you, to gain a relationship with my audience, to really form a relationship of trust and of love and of healing and help. I don't feel like true healers do real healing work, but they really just point the way inward to whoever they are working with and help them find their own sense of healing. And so if I can help you find your own sense of healing through sharing my healing journey, that would give me so much joy. I want to shout out a few different people. Before I started this, I was looking into music, and I don't know YouTube's guidelines well enough to start playing music, but I do want to utilize music, so I'm going to figure that out soon. My sons, Jonah Bushman and Thomas Bushman, and their friend Logan Eccleston have amazing music, and I want to share that with you. Also, my Woke hoodie, shout out to Woke Apparel and Creative Designs. You can go to creative.com/woke and check out their amazing designs. This hoodie is extremely close to my heart. If you can see the message on it. Jonah Bushman himself designed it, and you can purchase yourself one. It's an extremely meaningful brand, and you can read the story of the brand online. What else? Also, I do want to shout out Belpo Skincare for my amazing skin. I'm 40 years old, and Belpo is a company I actually started myself, and then I sold it several years ago. And that I sold it to my sister Andrea, and she runs Belpo now, and it is a vegan skincare company. I love the products and I swear by them, and I created 2 of them myself, so I'm super proud of that. Let's see. I told you I would explain a little bit more about what I mean by medicine, and there's a wonderful book called Think Indigenous by Doug Goodfeather that I love. I've read it about a time and a half now. And he talks about just a Native American sense of spirituality and the way that the natives view our earth and all living beings. And it's really spoken to my heart. And I just wanted to read a couple of parts where he talks about medicine in the way that I am talking about medicine, calling my show Take Your Medicine. So he says, there's a lot of misunderstanding and misinformation about the word medicine as it's being taught and misused by plastic shamans, new age gurus, and pretendians. And to be clear, we certainly don't mean the pharmaceutical industry's misappropriated use of the word medicine. Medicine is essence, and essence is the most distinct and concentrated characteristic of a singular thing. Each distinct thing in this world has a natural energy, and natural energy comes in positive and negative forms, as well as masculine and feminine forms. Essence is created when bonds are formed, and essence is released when bonds are broken. These bonds can be in the form of relationships, ideas, molecules, or any sort of instances when things come together or come apart. When 2 good things join together, the essence that is created is good medicine, and it is the foundation of love, health, and healing. Good medicine can be anything that promotes healing, well-being, and love, and can be as simple as smiling at someone who may need it, even if it's smiling at ourselves in the mirror. Even our mistakes can be medicine, because if we learn from our mistakes, then we can teach others the lessons of our mistakes, and helping people is good medicine. Good medicine is spending time with a good friend or animal relative, walking in nature, swimming, making love, laughing, enjoying a good meal, or having good thoughts and wishes for someone. Molecules can be another good example of medicine. A hydrogen molecule by itself is distinct, and so is an oxygen molecule. However, when these molecules bond in a certain sequence, they create a medicine that allows all life to exist, H2O, or water. Good medicine is the essence that's created when at least 2 things come together and create something good and positive. So I've thought a lot about my medicine, and I've really struggled to feel like I have anything worth sharing. I think that I'm not alone in feeling like, oh, I want to share with the world. I have so much passion. And when it comes right down to sharing, I don't really feel like I have anything valuable or anything that anyone would actually want to hear or learn from. But I have learned in my spiritual journey how powerful it is, just like the H2O water molecule, the hydrogen and the oxygen coming together to create literally life, the essence of life. I feel like when I join together with others, I am exponentially more powerful myself. I've learned that in my marriage for sure, with my partnership with AJ. I've learned that in my relationships with my kids. But also my intention here is to join together with you and create good medicine together, to create healing together, to spread love, to help you know that you are not alone. I really, truly have such a desire to reach out to people who are feeling lonely, who are grieving loss, who are feeling like there's no way out. I want to be a source of good medicine to you, and I want you to feel my genuine love for you. He goes on to speak about spirit, and I would like to read a little bit about that as well. He says, spirit is the collective embodiment of various medicines working together, creating a distinct spiritual entity or environment. Imagine a body of water made up of countless water molecules. This body of water can be in the form of an ocean, a river, a lake, or a puddle. Spirit is the result of all the medicine that body of water is supporting, nurturing, and holding space for. If we are talking about the spirit of a river, we're talking about the collective being that is the total combination of the medicine of the microbes teeming in the nutrient-rich riverbed, the medicine of the insects clinging to the underside of the river stones, the medicine of the water plants taking in carbon dioxide and giving oxygen as their gift to other beings, and the medicine of all the beaver, fish, frog, and turtle people that the sacred water holds space for. Spirit is the natural harmony and organization of Grand Mother Earth, and when we disrupt this natural harmony, we create suffering and imbalance. I've learned to become familiar with spirit energy. In my very first set of visions on June 7th of 2020, I was told that I would be able to go between the worlds, and I did not know what that meant at the time. But the first advice the trees and the plant beings ever gave to me was slow down and be quiet. And I found that in order to connect to spirit, we really truly have to slow down and be quiet. And I've wondered if doing a live show like this will even be enjoyable to anybody if we're kind of doing it at a slow pace and spending some time in stillness together. But it's my hope that I can help cultivate some stillness in your life and to teach you that it's okay to be quiet with yourself. You know, when we're driving in the car or cleaning the house or just sitting, we tend to find a way to distract ourselves from stillness. We get on our phone and we start scrolling through Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. We turn on the radio really loud in the car. We turn on a podcast. We listen to an audiobook. We watch shows. It's very difficult in this world. It's so noisy to just find a moment of stillness. But it's been medically proven that the brain is able to recalibrate itself, and we are able to do so much better, insane amounts of health benefits even when we find moments of stillness, when we truly reconnect with ourselves, reconnect with our central nervous system, reconnect with the deepest center of our being. When we can do that, everything in our life starts to organize itself and we just start to flow with life. Stillness is something that I had a really difficult time with for a long time. I had a lot of trauma in my earlier life, and I made a lot of decisions that were not good for me or healthy for me. And so because of that, I didn't want to sit still with myself. And the process of shadow work or the dark night of the soul or just this awakening process has taught me that there is no other way but to be still with yourself in order to heal. The healing process can be a really excruciating one. But we can support each other through that, and we can hold space for each other as we face the things that we don't want to feel, the things that we're constantly distracting ourselves from. As a human, just like this was talking about all of the water molecules being part of the same ocean. Rumi has a quote, I can't ever remember the exact, but he says something about, you are not a drop in the ocean, but you are the entire ocean in a single drop, something like that. And I have come to a really deep understanding that we all, as a human species, we are both a drop in the ocean, and we are also the ocean in a single drop. We are part of a collective. We cannot separate ourselves from the rest of the human species. It's like we are all cells in one human being. And so another person suffering is me suffering. You are me and I am you. And so to help another is to help yourself, and to hurt another is to hurt yourself. I wanted to read one more thing from Sandra Ingerman. She is a wonderful teacher about shamanism and awakening. It was an unexpected surprise in my life that I was introduced to shamanism through the spirit world and through spirit beings making contact with me. I've called them interdimensional beings. I've called them aliens. I've called them extra-dimensionals, extraterrestrials. There are beings who have made themselves known to me and have become good friends and teachers and guides to me. They are magical, wonderful beings of light. They exist in the 5th and 6th dimension. And I have the privilege of getting to know them and learning from them and being their student. So I've been their student for about 3 years, and I feel like it's time to start sharing everything that they've been teaching me. And Sandra Ingerman's work has really helped me learn how to connect with my spirit guides, and I feel it's part of my purpose to help you learn how to connect with your spirit guides. So I hope that I can help you with that if that's something that you're interested in doing in your life. So Sandra Ingerman, she says, shamanism reveals that we are part of nature and one with all of life. It is understood that in the shaman's world, everything has a spirit and is alive, and that the spiritual aspects of all of life are interconnected through what is often called the web of life. Since we are part of nature, nature itself becomes a helping spirit that has much to share with us about how to bring our lives back into harmony and balance. And I have found that in my own life, that nature has everything to teach me about how to bring my own life back into peace, harmony, and balance, no matter what is going on around me. She says, at the experiential center of shamanism lies the potent path of direct revelation, revealing that in this spiritual discipline, there are no intermediaries standing between the helping spirits and ourselves. We all can have access to the wisdom, guidance, and healing that has helping spirits and nature have to share, that the helping spirits and nature have to share with us. There are ways to achieve connection with these helping spirits, as well as with the transpersonal aspects of nature itself. There is also a pervasive tendency for people to give their power away to others. Such seekers often desire to find a teacher who will act as an intermediary between themselves and the helping spirits, a trait that is more characteristic of our organized religions, in which bureaucratized priesthoods stand between us and the sacred realms. This is not typical of the path of shamanism, and it is not a path of direct revelation. So a huge part of the work that I'm doing is teaching others how to receive direct revelation and connect to their spirit guides. And I think it's such an important key in all of this, what she says about how many people are seeking answers from the spirit world through an intermediary. And what I've learned about shamanism and spiritual teaching and healing in general is that direct revelation is the way that it's meant to be, because everything is coming through the human ego. So if I am giving you advice from my spirit guides, it's going to come through my personality, all of my programming. And sure, I can do all the work I can to be as pure of a channel as I can, and I love doing that work. But the biggest and most important part is to teach you how to get quiet with yourself and to connect directly to the source, or to God, or to the universe, or whatever you want to call it. Because in that way, it will come straight to you and it will not be muddied by anyone else's ego or programming. And I truly believe that all of us are interdimensional beings that exist in a lot of different places all at once. I have been shown several of my own parallel life existences, and I've been taught about these nature beings and these spirit beings, and I'm so excited to share with you some of the stories of my experiences, portals, other dimensions, lessons that they have taught me, massive physical healings that they have performed on my body. They have incredible technologies. They are actual light beings who have way more advanced technology, transportation, communication systems, healing mechanisms, energy systems than we do. They have a lot to teach us. And I believe that the powers that be want to keep us from this knowledge, and it's really important that we wake up and open our eyes to the fact that our power is being taken by systems that hold all of the power. You know, people like to call it the matrix, or, you know, programming, or the grid, or whatever. But what is so important is that each of us in our own lives start to wake up and look at what is holding our power. How can you tell what's holding your power? What are you spending your time on? Are you scrolling on social media? Are you spending your time empowering yourself through reading books that will help you? Are you abusing your body with food or drugs? If you are, then you have some work to do on loving yourself, because when you truly come to a space of self-love, you don't want to hurt anything that you truly love. But there are external power systems that are siphoning our energy, and they want us to stay on a low vibration. They literally feed off of low vibration. And so it's so important that we are aware of our energy, and that we hold our power, and that we start to open our eyes and look at where our power exists outside of us, and we start to take that back. What triggers me? What dysregulates my nervous system? If somebody has the ability to upset you, they have your power. So the awakening process is really just starting to open your eyes and look around and start to notice your thoughts, start to notice the way you're speaking to yourself, start to notice the areas of your life where you're wasting time, or doing things that you don't feel great about. And also, such an important part of this work is learning to love yourself exactly where you are, and not giving yourself any conditions for love. We need to learn that the very healthiest, most fruitful plants, the most fruitful trees on the planet are the ones that are thriving. They have the best sunshine, the best water, the best nutrients. Trees are great self-care teachers. They don't just take enough nutrients to just barely exist and bear a few fruit. No, they take everything they need, and they do not apologize for it. They're selfish, but it's not selfish. It's the most helpful thing you can do to love yourself and give yourself all the love and care that you need. That is the most helpful thing you can do. Okay, I'm rambling. This is going to be a lot of me rambling. I hope you'll stick with me. And if you don't, that's okay too. If this doesn't resonate with you, that's all right. Maybe come back another time. But I do hope that at some point I'm able to help somebody start to awaken and find their power and not feel alone anymore. What else? I'm going to be doing a lot of Reiki, distance Reiki, just intuitively. I have my cards. I have this new deck of soul cards by Deborah Koff-Chapin. She's a beautiful artist. These cards were actually designed in 1995, I believe, 1996. They're absolutely beautiful. And they don't have a guidebook, which is so awesome. You just read the cards intuitively, which is the way that I love to do card readings anyway. So I'll be sharing card readings with you as we go on. I also want to just help in any way that I can. If you need advice, if you have a question about awakening, about spirituality, about medicine work, about connecting with your spiritual guides, really about anything, I'm happy to help. And I think that's it for today. Episode 1 in the books. I don't know when I'll be recording. I will try and get on a regular schedule, but for now, I'm just going to record when it feels right and not hold myself into any crazy schedule. So I will see you next time. Thank you so much. If you've stuck around for all 27 minutes of this, I thank you so much. And namaste, and we'll see you next time. Now let's see how to turn this off. Yeah.